Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
We're live, Charlie.
Aloha, everybody.
Aloha Friday, everybody. Aloha Friday. Thank you for joining us on Town Hall Thursday.
Yes. Today is Town Hall Thursday. We're
Town
looking
Hall
for,
Thursday.
when we came on, I took a look at those on standby for Town Hall Thursday. We already have a total of 50 participants waiting somewhere out there. It's just we don't know who you are yet.
You know what is cool? We can put up to 100 people.
Yeah,
100. That's a lot of people.
brother. I love my fellow Portuguese, but you cannot put on 101, correct? Not, Kevin, I'm sorry.
How can
100,
you imagine?
100 Portuguese one time, I tell you, it's like on stadium. It's like on, you sound like on stadium. You cannot do that.
No, I mean, imagine trying to control 100 people on Zoom.
Yeah, I can just imagine one of them going, Mel, don't you dare touch that button, Mel. You turn me off, Mel. Don't you dare.
Why? Hi, hold on.
I pressed the.
I don't know.
I copied it.
Just press them. Should I press them? Zoom is not supported by your browser. Here, launch meeting. Uh-oh. No. Okay, how come? Join, let's try this. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah. Okay.
There you go. Yep. We got 64 people on right now.
Yeah, hang on. Sorry guys, we're trying to. This is the first time we're doing this. I'm gonna make Charlie a co-host. So this is what we're doing. We're doing and in fact, I need to post the link here. Okay, so anyway, I just posted the link. If you guys are interested in joining us tonight, it's called Town Hall Thursday. So basically what we do is we're going to open up the Zoom. So if you're on Facebook Live, obviously, you're not going to be able to get onto the Zoom. You got to click the link that I just posted in there. And then your phone, like Patsy's phone just said, not compatible. But if you look on the screen, it'll say launch the meeting. They may ask you to download the Zoom app. Just go ahead and do it. It's free. And then you'll be able to come into our waiting room, and then we'll bring you guys in, and we're going to talk story. I see you have two people in the waiting room right now. One is Patsy, of course, who's testing them out, and of course, Rhonda. So if you guys are interested, please join us on. We're going to bring everybody on. It's in at 7, not everybody. We're going to bring on one at a time at 7 o'clock. And then we'll have some fun, and we'll talk about whatever you guys like to talk about. That's what town halls. Oh, I hear somebody else. What's that here? All right, Kiala Okekai Kuriki, beautiful. A lot of you out there that join us every single night. Yeah, hit the launch meeting, and then you'll be able to. You'll go into our waiting room, and we'll bring you guys in. But a lot of you we've never met. We've never met face to face. So this is an opportunity tonight. Even if you just want to come on and say hi, so we can put a name to a face, that'll be awesome. And we'll do this every single Thursday night, and we'll talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Some major developments today that I'm hoping we can get to tonight is, Carla Silva. Carla, why don't you, Bitos, come on, Bitos. Bitos is asking, what you eating, Charlie? Peanuttles.
I said you put a little bit, you sprinkle a little bit of hot rice with kimchi. Yep.
Bula Eastman, awesome. Bula Eastman, brother Bula is on, man. Long time no see, Bula. I'm just gonna have fun watching all of you. No, come on, guys. Let's have some fun. Jump in. We are gonna have some fun, but a lot of developments today. The mayors and the governor, of course, meeting for the second day in a row to figure out what the heck we're gonna do. I mean, there really is no option. If you think about it, in the best interest of the health and safety of the people, there's really no. It's not a very difficult decision because of what's going on throughout the country. Most of the states are staggering numbers. Our numbers are climbing. And then the bigger problem here now, as you all know, is about the testing. You know, the testing capacity has cut in half. Right after our show last night, I spoke to a representative of diagnostic labs. And what's going to happen, what started happening actually last night, all the tests that were done yesterday by DLS shipped out to the mainland. So those results not going to come back for 10 days, 10, 12 days, maybe 14 days. So what's going to happen is as these tests are away, we may see a flattening of this curve, but it's going to
Because
be
we won't have any results, right?
correct.
We won't have any
Because of the
results.
time it's going to take. So as we're doing our cluster or contact tracing, these test results are being sent to the mainland, and if it's taking 10 days for it to come back, then you're gonna see a lag in the reporting. So it's scary.
You know, even more scary. It's just to think that we're gonna have a lull, right? And I don't want anybody to get misled to think that the curve got flattened again. Because remember from day one when we said, if you increase more testing, you're gonna know the truth. And just so happened the truth has been found that we have COVID around us. And yes, we do have sick people. And you know, what was said by Dr. Miskovich and what was said by a lot of the experts is that you want to jump on this as soon as possible. So, because right now there's no vaccine, there's no treatment. But with that post he posted the other, that Dr. Valero, that doctor that from the he's a head of one of the top hospitals. But he said that if you jump on COVID quick enough, you can apply steroids. And he was mentioning what you can apply, and they found great success, which was never available before. But if you can't jump on it early, those things will not help. So I think that's why it's important to find out as soon as you can.
Well, you know, even our lieutenant governor tonight, if you watch the news tonight, lieutenant governor, very harsh criticism towards the Department of Health. Harsh, basically calling them out, saying that they're not doing their job as it relates to testing and contact tracing. That's kind of familiar, Charlie, don't you think? I mean, haven't we been saying that for months now?
Yes.
And and he kind of went off of that path for a while, but today, very upset. Especially because the numbers are climbing, especially because of the drop in testing ability. So he called them out. He just said, you guys, they're not focusing, they're not doing their job. All he's hearing is excuses. Wow.
Yep.
Kind of what we've been saying for a long time. So it's pretty cool. It's
well,
he's realizing now that the threat is real.
Well, like I said before, gang, when you contact trace, it is not an 8-hour job, 8-hour a day job. If you're ready to go home and your investigation pops up another lead, you stay there and you work it. It sounds to me that when they get to where they feel comfortable, they back off the gas pedal. You do that until you come back the next day. Things can develop overnight and things can run away from you if you're not careful. And so it's just like in police work. If you hot on one trail right now, you work it as much as you can. You don't let the leads run away from you. It's not a good thing.
A former health department employee has posted, I don't mention names, you guys can see them if you like. Look, DOH has been incompetent for decades already. So anyway, we're gonna start bringing people in, and
okay.
So you gotta balance that outfit with a UH Hilo hat. So anyway, I just posted the link again. If you guys are interested in joining us here on the screen, please go ahead and click on that link and launch the meeting. That's what it'll ask you to do. and you'll be on. We got a few people on. So I'm gonna bring in Rhonda. She was the first one on. Like I told you, I'll bring you guys in the order that you came in. There she is, Rhonda. Is that a microphone? Is that a
Is that a what?
microphone? A microphone on your, was that your hair?
It's my hair.
Okay.
I don't need a microphone. Are you crazy?
That I know. That I know. Every time you come on, I gotta lower my speaker.
Oh, whatever. It's called Bose surround sound. Bose surround sound.
Yes, that is true.
Built
That is
in.
true.
Okay.
How goes it, girl? How goes it? Hey, thank
Good,
you
good,
and
good.
Tyson. Thank you and Tyson. 350 shields out in the public. Thank you very much for you guys' hard work. And I understand we probably going to be doing one more order. By the way,
Yeah.
Laurie Nakama from Tower House and
Mhm.
her husband are also selling the Dr. Teas. So check her out on Facebook. Same thing, 12 bucks.
Okay. Okay.
So if you guys, she has 40 in stock. I'm sure she'll be out by the morning. But
Perfect.
we're gonna be doing another order, probably our final order of 100. So
Yeah.
again, Tyson, Rhonda, or myself, and we'll go ahead and get you guys squared away. So go ahead, Rhonda, give us a demonstration of that shield.
Okay, everybody. Yes, I think we're gonna sell out because I just wore this down at Koloa Big Save, and the one weird thing about this is it makes everybody want to talk to you because everybody wants to know where you get it from. So, that's that. But so here I have two, like we've been trying to tell people, do not leave it in your car, especially if Uncle Charlie, I wish you wouldn't wear that one. We don't have that one. Just kidding. Just kidding. You can. You can. Okay, so for everybody that is watching, the one that Uncle Charlie has is a prototype. We do not have that one. It does fit perfectly into the hat. We are taking names though. So message us names. We don't know when they're actually going to have that one in stock.
You message
But that one is for-
Rhonda. You message Rhonda for the prototype because I
Okay,
don't want to be
message
involved with
Rhonda. You know, Mel says he doesn't want to be part of it, and then he starts taking
that-
names too.
of the
So,
prototype because I don't know when that thing gonna happen, and then everybody gonna be bugging about when the prototype.
yes, you are correct. You
Yeah,
are
message
correct.
Rhonda, and she'll take care of all your prototypes.
I'm starting a list on the prototypes. But anyway, so like I said, do not leave it in the car, especially like a car like mine that doesn't have tint or AC. Because they do get warped, you guys. They do, it's plastic, it's hot. Okay, so again, the only reason why I'm on, and I'm not gonna be on that quick, that long, because I told people we would come on and show them again in case you guys forgot. So this was Dr. T's original, and he takes that strip, that gray strip that you guys have, and he cuts it into 9 same pieces, 3, 3, 3, puts it there, and it causes like an air vent against your forehead. Okay, so see, it's like it doesn't sit right on your face. It does work for some, it doesn't work for others. So, you know, it's up to you. I was telling people Scotch tape some and see it. This is the regular way you can do, which comes totally closer to your face. So again, whatever you folks want to do, make sure you guys silver stuff is on the outside so it doesn't stick to your hair. So again, regular one hole band right in the front, or cut it into 3 equal, well, semi-equal, kind of weird. 3 equal areas, and then post them in the 3 different areas right there. And that causes it to sit a little bit more away from your face instead of being right up onto your face. Okay, got it. All you girls out there who are worried about the whole hat hair thing, you can half your hair up, half your hair down, put this around and drop your hair, nobody will see. It's kind of like a wig. The extension secret. You know, you put this underneath your hair and then it falls. So any which way, but that's about it.
How does it attach behind the head? The question is.
Oh,
Can you
it's a
show 'em the
Velcro. This
Velcro?
is
Can you show them the
this
Velcro?
is Velcro. So this is Velcro again. So you're gonna put it on and it just goes right like that. And like Dr. T said, you can set it and forget it. So you can take it off and then you can just use it, make sure it's on like that and put it back on like this. Really, really quick. Went shopping today with it. Everybody asked about it. The reason why a lot of people like it too is because it catches all under here. So in case, you know, you're really, really mad and spewing words, then it's the catch shield right underneath here, okay?
The good thing about these shields, gang, is the
It
material.
does mess with your hair.
It doesn't fog up. Some
No.
shields will fog. So
Yes.
you're gonna notice that when you're talking into the shield, it will not fog up at all. At all.
No. And it was really easy. I have a spray sanitizer. So I just spray it, wipe it down with paper towels, done. So you can wash it with soap and water also.
Yep. Right on. Right on.
Right on. So
We
yeah,
are
no, you don't
taking
need to-
names, huh?
You don't need to trim it. No, somebody asked if you trim it. You don't need to trim anything. The shield is the shield. It's really good for us Portuguese that are blessed with that nose. It doesn't touch your nose. It's amazing.
Yeah,
Good
my
stuff.
problem
And-
is
and
my
most
lips are bigger.
Most shields are straight. It's flat. This one has the lip underneath. So
Yeah.
it's very, very good.
The one
My
that
lips are- Yeah.
Rhonda got, because it's for her face, her lips, that if the Velcro come off, gonna stuck against her lip and not gonna fall down. So that's one.
My lips are bigger than my nose. So I don't problem with the mask. My lipstick that pushes it away from the nose. It doesn't sit right.
Right on, Rhonda. Right on.
But the other, so we are taking names. Again, you have to pay upfront. Okay. So it's either by Venmo or make arrangements with Mel, make arrangements with me. We are taking names for the next order. We did sell already 350. We're probably gonna hit 50 really quick, possibly.
We're at 50 already. We are at
Okay,
50.
so we're
we-
shooting
we-
for 100, and that's it. Because, like Mel said, we are dreaming face shields now, and like trying to get everybody to get.
You
them.
know, someone had asked if you're gonna use this particular face shield, you don't have to use a mask, but we encourage you that when you go on a
Yes.
plane, when you go on an
Yes.
airplane, you use a mask and the shield.
And the shield, yes.
Yeah, you want to use it together
So-
because you want to catch as much particles as possible from reaching you. So that's the key.
Like they said, if you are in an area where you can social distance a little bit, the grocery store is good. Our jobs, what I do is okay because we are gonna have social distancing. You can just wear this. But if you are in close proximity, your job takes you closer, like in the medical field, Dr. T said, like in the medical field, anything that is in the medical field, dentistry, medical, doctors, whatever. If you're in the spa field, yet you're hands-on, hands, feet, massages, whatever, you should be wearing a mask. So keep in mind, if you're not physically social distancing, you should be face at least social distancing with a mask and a shield. Okay?
All right. So I'm gonna ask you guys, message us. Don't put it in the comments because we get so many comments. Sometimes
Yes.
we miss them. So if you want or interested, you can message myself, Rhonda Morris, or Tyson Moises.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So I see already people putting their orders in on the stream, but don't put it out. Send a message. Just send a message.
I'll try to go through the stream and get it. But yeah, if we can message. Oh, and there goes my messenger now. And last but not least, my parents, happy anniversary, 54-year anniversary to my parents, July 9th.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know how anybody does 54 years, but woo, okay.
Oh, and they're asking, the cost is $12. The mask is
$12.
$12. Yeah.
$12.
And if you
If
buy
you
two, it's
have
24.
Venmo-
If you buy two, it's 24.
Yeah, yeah. You get a break, 24. If you have Venmo, just Venmo Mel Raposo right off the bat. And then we'll get the name in there. So I mean,
If
you could Venmo
if
me,
you
but
Venmo me $12 a piece, it's at Mel Raposo. If you Venmo me in the comments, put down how many you want, and make sure
Yeah.
you add right. Yeah, $12 each. Okay.
yes. And
All right.
and you can mail, but it's kind of a hassle to mail. We've had people ask about mailing. If you're on Oahu, just go to their office. So it's easier.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's too much of a hassle. Yeah, I mean, you know, just go ahead and message us. We'll try to do what we can. But I can tell you
Yeah.
that to ship one mask, it's because of the
$21.10.
size. Yeah, I just think it's $21. So it's pretty much not worth it. But we'll do it if you want it. So
Okay.
all right. Thanks, Rhonda.
Bye.
We're gonna bring on Julie, and we're gonna see. Thank you for your patience, people. Boom. Oh, did Julie disappear? I just brought her in, and she like, oops. Where did she go? Where did she go? Julie. Okay. How about Gina? Let's get Gina in here.
Okay, there she is. Yeah, she's
Hi,
connected to
Gina.
us.
Oh,
Hi, Gina.
Hello.
how are you doing, Gina? Welcome to
Hi,
the
I'm
show.
doing good. I don't really have a question. I'm just watching on Zoom. It's fun.
Oh,
Well, good. It's awesome to be able to see you.
Hello.
How are you doing? Where are you? You look
Hi.
like you look like you're in a tropical paradise.
It's fun.
oh,
But it's awesome to be able to see you.
Long-time listener.
She's
Thank you
watching.
guys for doing this.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Up in the rainy homesteads.
Awesome, awesome. Oh, you know what it is? She's watching it on Facebook Live, so there's a
Thank
huge
you guys for
delay.
doing this.
okay.
There's a huge delay.
Up in the rainy homesteads.
Oh, you know what it is? Okay, Gina, can you hear us?
Yep.
Oh, okay, all right. Now we're good. So how's it up? Is it raining right now?
Yeah, it's been raining pretty much all day.
All right, all right. Well, what you got? Any questions or comments, or what's your take on all of this that's going on right now?
Well, my husband's pretty paranoid, but I'm still trying to stay optimistic.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it is, it's okay to be paranoid. It's just a natural reaction, and we're telling everybody, don't think you're going crazy, because we're in a unique situation, and everybody pretty much has reacted the same. So we know that this is just a normal response. But the thing is, we gotta keep our safety senses up, because should something go sideways on us, right? We gotta be able to maintain and keep ourselves safe, because what we're doing is we're hoping that we can open up our economy, but do it safely.
Sure.
Right now, all everything that's happening right now is kind of pointing that it's going the opposite direction. So we just wanna encourage everybody, and like people like yourself, staying in contact, staying in touch via Zoom or what other methods on Facebook. We just want to get the message out, make sure that everybody is, like we said, we give you the information. You can use whatever you want, and hopefully, you'll pick up the good ones. You'll
Sure.
pick up whatever you need. And again, we thank you for coming on. That's the main thing.
Thank you.
Take care. Take care.
Take care
Have a
now.
great evening. All right. Let's see who we got next. We got Addison Bulasan.
Yeah. For coming on. That's the main thing.
Thank you.
Thank you. Addison.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Good to see
dude?
you. What are you guys doing,
Happy
Charlie
man.
and Uncle Mel?
Good.
What is going on? There you go.
Council
I'm
candidate,
let me turn on the
Council
mic.
candidate Addison Bulasan. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks for hosting this. This is such an amazing opportunity. I've always wanted to see this happen, and you made it happen.
Well,
I wish it was when you were still in. This would have been amazing.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you gotta be risky sometimes. You gotta try things, a lot of people don't know. I was doing a Facebook Live once a week from 2018, and
Yeah, since your mayor run.
once a week, and now we're doing it every night. And we just again, it's because of COVID, but we will transition. There will be a time where we'll transition off of COVID and focus on local issues, local and state issues, and hold our elected officials accountable. Have them come on and explain and educate what's happening in our local government and state government. So I mean, I'm looking forward to that, but COVID is still such a priority in my mind and Charlie's mind that we want to really make sure we get the information out to the public straight from the horses' mouths, because there's a lot of rhetoric, there's a lot of nonsense going on, a lot of misinformation. There's the horse. That's the horse.
Yep. We'll get it straight from the horse's mouth.
And that's one of the most amazing things that you guys have been doing for the last like several months, is that you are getting these sources, and some people aren't even able to get certain people on a phone call. And so the amount of connectivity that you have, the resources that you're tapping into to help all our people get this information is amazing, man. And I just want to say thank you so much for doing this. I mean, it's a feat. I mean, and you're doing this out of the kindness of your heart. You're not getting paid. You're spending an hour every night. I'm sure your wives and your family are like, after a while, I'm sure they like, wow, you guys are committed and supportive. But I bet they was like, man, that 1 hour could have been with me, And so, but they see how passionate you guys are and how much it's helping. So I know they're really supporting what you're doing. And I just gotta say though, I mean, I don't have kids. I don't have a partner, and so I can commit this time to our community. And so to see you guys make these sacrifices for all of us, I mean, thank you so much.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, I think, there's a lot of people. I know we criticize the governor, we criticize, various decisions that have been made. But at the end of the day, we both know that no one's doing this with malicious intent. We know that. And one of the things that Charlie and I discuss and we practice every night is that we will never put someone in a bad spot on this show. Everyone has a right to their opinion. But also, we want the people to hear from those people that are making the decisions, and not people that heard or saw. We want to try to get the people up front. And because no one, like I said, no one's out there trying to kill people with COVID. No one's making decisions to kill people with COVID. It's just that some leaders in certain positions have extreme amounts of pressure pulling at them on all sides. And for most of us, I think it's very evident by what you see and what you hear. Most of us, the priority is the health and safety of our people.
Yeah.
And then there's another part of the society that believes we need to open up the economy now, and I mean open it up. So no one's right, no one's wrong. It depends on which side of the issue you are.
Yeah. Hey, Addison, we promised that we give everyone a fair time, but someone posed a question to ask you, and so real quick in a nutshell, maybe a 2-minute response or a minute response. Someone asked, how do you feel about the housing bill that was introduced at the county council?
Yeah, Bill 2774, I'm assuming is what people are asking about. Yeah. They just deliberated on Wednesday. It was fantastic discussion. Thank you to everybody in the public for submitting their testimony. I've been watching that one for a while. They introduced that actually about November, December. It's an interesting bill. I think what they're trying to do makes sense, in a sense that they're looking to try to help enable private partners, private people to try to build more affordable homes. And when I say affordable homes, I'm talking about homes that are at affordable prices. I mean, the real challenge is that market prices are flying. Like, I have a condo on Kalapaki Villas I bought 3 years ago at $245,000. That is affordable to me at my lifestyle. It is now at 300 something. And for me, you know, like that's like, wow, that's great. But no, that's terrible. Because the reason why this is terrible is because it makes it more unaffordable for everyone else. And if it continues to rise that way, if market prices keep rising that way, then there's no such thing as affordable homes. You could mandate 50% of new housings be developed under a certain AMI, and that will still not produce enough affordable homes. And so really, I think the idea, what they're looking at, is they're trying to enable us to stabilize the market prices by increasing the housing stock. See, prices of homes, the affordability of homes really depend on whether or not we can supply enough homes for our people. And this is not just for like people flying into Kauai and living here. It's about, this is a terrible example and I feel sad to say this, but it's like people my age who still live with their parents because they cannot afford a $700,000 home. Like, who can afford that? Like, I can't. I'm a doctor and I can't afford a $700,000 home. And so the only way we can do this is by increasing the housing stock so that the market prices can balance out. And the real big piece is we got to look at ways to diversify the housing stock. We can't continue building 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, 7,000 lots, and taking all this ag land. That is like the worst thing you can do. So you know, that's, yeah. But you know, I thought this was us asking you guys questions. I wanted to ask you guys one.
Okay, go ahead.
Real quick. Here's the scenario. Boom, both of you are on county council next year. Just both of you are on there.
Okay, here's a response.
Okay.
Boom. No, thank you. How's that?
I was gonna say, what would be one thing you would try to get through in that 1 year? What's one thing you would work on to try to get through that year? Either get through or change or help with. Like, I know that's a tough one to put you on the spot, but I just like collaborating with other people. I know it's not about how many new ideas you got, it's about how well you work with people. And there's just tons of people that have amazing ideas, so I'd love to collaborate with you guys.
Well, let me just say, I was talking to Charlie about that. Maybe next election, he and I run for county council would be fun. But, you know, I just wanted to say, because regarding the housing bill, somebody asked that question. You know, I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't support that bill. I would never support that bill for a couple of reasons. Number one is you're removing a requirement for developers to put out affordable housing. And the in lieu fees that you folks have in that, or not you, but the council has in that bill is just not enough. It doesn't cover the cost for the county to put up a unit. So that's pay to play. That's what it is. If you got money, you buy your way out of building affordable housing. So that's a no-no. The second part about that bill that I don't like, it's limited. The exemptions are only available to people on Rice Street, in Koloa Town, and some other place. So, you know, very privileged developers or landowners will get this benefit, but no one else. It's funny, when you listen to government affordable housing leaders, they have their idea, but when you listen to the nonprofits, that actually do this every day everywhere else except here on Kauai, they believe in allowing the building of affordable units all over the island, not just in Lihue, not just in certain areas. You know, where the land is available, infrastructure is available, allow them to build and incentivize it. So this is unfair, in my opinion, because the developer, somebody that wants to build a multi-family project in Kapaa won't be able to get this exemption. But if you're on Rice Street, you can. That's not fair. And then the third part is the 120% of median income. You know what that is? I don't know if the people even know that. But for a sale of this unit, it's a 2-bedroom, $533,000. Addison, you just talked about that.
Yes, so
That's
expensive.
what this will do. So they won't put up affordable housing, and they'll be able to sell their units for $533,000. That's not for local families. The second part, if they're going to put them up for rentals, the rental is $2,750 a month for a 2-bedroom, $2,750 a month for a rental. That's not affordable. So this bill is intended to help a select few. I would never support this bill. I would have voted no on the first reading of this bill. And I know I'm going to get some flack from my friends on the council, but trust me, this is not going to work. This will not produce housing for the people that we want to help. Anyway, sorry.
And anyway, one quick question, and again, I'm gonna limit you to a 1 minute answer, Addison. Okay?
Yeah.
1 minute. Okay. So 1 minute.
So I'm not gonna grab my guitar.
No. So 1 minute usually equates to 60 seconds. Anyway, the question is, what's your thoughts on quarantine?
Ooh. You see, a quarantine for people coming in, or just quarantine in general?
For everybody coming in, everybody.
Yeah. So the discussion that you guys have been having, and thank you so much for bringing on the group, the two doctors and Joanne. I agree with their assessment, and I fully support what they're talking about. They sent the report to me to look over before they sent to Lieutenant Governor Green. It's exactly what we need to be doing. But right now, to be super honest, looking at the rise of cases all over United States, to remove that quarantine right now is like inviting trouble if you don't have the system up, right? And that's just basic healthcare, public health we need to be doing. And it's not, and it's a kind of a non-negotiable. And it's hard to say this as a business owner. As supporting all these businesses. I mean, I go live every night, 6 to 8 p.m. where we're having musicians and we're promoting local businesses. But to have that challenge on top of what we're going on is just like setting us up for failure, you know, so we need that system up. And so, yeah, long story short, yeah, we need that quarantine in place right now because it's not safe right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right,
brother.
Addison. Hey, keep working hard.
Yes.
Good luck, my friend. Election coming up real soon. Best of luck, bro.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
All right. Take care. All right. Ku'uipo. Hi, Ku'uipo.
Hi, Uncle.
How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Thank you for your patience. We had a politician in front of you. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
How's it going, girl?
Pretty good.
What's your question? You got a question for us?
Well, I'm new to
Or
this,
what's
so
on your mind? What's on your mind?
no, it's just crazy how all this the coronavirus thing and how on Kauai they're just from the beginning when it all started, we were doing good. You know, the numbers are low, and just in an instant, everything just spiked up, and it's kind of crazy.
Well, you know, you're exactly right, my dear. You're exactly right. We were doing good, and we still are doing good.
Yeah.
The bad thing about it is, for those that still think that it's like a flu, you can see how it can get out of hand real fast.
Right.
And that's what's showing up right now.
Yeah.
But it is, we know, and you know, there's differing opinions, but it's just that now there's so many long-lasting effects with this thing.
Yeah.
Just how do you outrun it? Because we're not like the States where we can drive to another state and go run away, hopefully.
Yeah.
We're on the run.
Yeah.
So your concern is very, very valid. Very valid.
Yeah, it's just like some days it can go zero. Then just today there was one new one. And then I was hearing that Walmart was going to start doing back their line thing again and letting, because how they were doing the count in and, you know, at the door, letting people in. But I noticed that in the stores, it's starting to get crowded again. So, and, you know, they're doing that one way in the stores, one way out, you know, in the aisles. But that one way in and the one way out in the stores are not working very well either, because it's still causing traffic jam and people, because who looks down when you're, you know, always looking up. So most people don't pay attention, and some people always, you know, make it notice, and there's still no social distancing 6 feet apart, even in the lines, you know, and it's like, you're not even, you know, so it's kind of kind of concerning, but I know the one that remains that God is in control, even on the situation. So I know it's kind of alarming that seeing the cases spike up. So it's like, you know, if the mayor is gonna start putting, you know, the places like how he did in the beginning of things, you know, how it was and was kind of smooth out in that way, you know. So it's like wondering if protocols are gonna start changing again, and you know, even with the schools changing their learnings and like that, how, you know, doing the, I guess they're doing some kind of new learning
Hybrid.
systems in the school.
Yep.
Those-
Break
Yeah.
system with, the classes are gonna be switched off, yeah.
Okay. So is it like
Yeah.
some couple days in like in the classrooms and then some are like at home?
Well, that's what they talked about when we brought the DOE, the superintendent, Bill Arakaki and Paul Zena on, because it was still being debated. But I'll give you a good example. You know, as an instructor, I do CPR training. I have to buy more mannequins now, because before it's allowed to have 3 persons on one mannequin. I can no longer do that. So mannequins.
Oh.
So, and then I can only teach up to 12 at maximum. So that means that I would buy 4 mannequins and I can teach a class of 12. Now I gotta buy 12 mannequins. So as you can see, that's gonna cut into my expenses.
Yeah.
And then because of what the CDC is saying and the WHO, and that is, there's more chances of getting infected indoors than it's outdoors. So now I gotta tell the client, hey, we might have to hold a class outdoors where there's a lot of cross ventilation, and we can practice to be safe if they want to get their people certified. And that's the only way I'm going to teach. That's the only way I'm going to teach. I'm not going to teach it. And so someone asked me today about schools, and I told that person, it's not what the DOE is going to say. It's all going to boil down to you as a parent. Are you safe enough? Do you feel safe enough to allow your child back to school? It's going to rely on you. And if you don't, you go with what your instinct tells you. You go with what your instinct tells you.
Right. Yeah, so I'm actually on my mom's account, but what phase are we actually on Kauai? You know how each state or everybody are opening on the stage. So what phases are we actually on? Because I'm kind of lost and confused on the stages of the openings. Are we like, because I know there was phase 1, phase 2, and then so are you like,
you notice how quick that kind of disappeared, right? That kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
You know, I think it was just that was a start, but the phases was 14 days of daily reductions in counts, and you know, I think that evolved into the system that we have. It's, you know, it was basically the mayor's call. The mayor sends it to the governor, governor approves it, and then you can open up or shut down or whatever. I think what's going to happen going forward is going to be dependent on what the numbers show. But again, if you were watching early on, we got issues with the testing now. So
right?
the testing results are going to be delayed. So we're not going to have an accurate count. As far as schools, I heard that they're going to come out next week. Some schools know what they're doing. Some parents don't. And if anyone is on this show right now that has any idea of what the DOE is doing, please join the Zoom. I'll post it again. And help us out, because, you know, the last I heard was that they are going to wait till next week. And so it's interesting. It's interesting. I wish we could get someone from the DOE to come on, because we really want to, you know, provide that information to the people, to the public. But I think a lot of it right now is going to be dependent on what happens in the next few days, not just here, but in the mainland United States as well, because the numbers are out of control.
Yeah, it's like spiking everywhere. It's just, I mean, it's just crazy how the numbers are just keep rising, and just us in Hawaii too. It's the numbers are like in 1,000 now, and then, you know, in the case in total in Hawaii, it's like was like in the 600s, and now it's like in a total of 1,000. So it was just like, whoa! It's like I was kind of tripping out.
What's sad though, if you look at what we're sort of gauging, you will always hear the conversation on the administrative level. They'll tell you, okay, we have this many ICU beds, we're at this percent. So everything sounds like it's geared towards how much bed space we have.
Right.
And yet, when you look at the mainland, one area that has 56 hospitals, they're to capacity. 56 hospitals in one area.
Right.
That means that they're converting floors that was not COVID floors into COVID floors, because now COVID is dominating the people that go into the hospitals now. So I think that would be a lesson well learned, that if we're talking about 244 ICU beds in Hawaii, in a quick snap, that can all be picking up one crack.
Yeah. Wow. That is.
So,
and what
Yeah,
about are they still, what about the reopening of the tourism? I know they was talking about trying to push that back as well, or are they still, is that in the works, or trying to
In the works.
plan
I mean, I
to
think
push that?
the mayors and the governor met again today. We're waiting. I was hoping it would come out on the 6 o'clock news. It wasn't. I'm expecting a governor's statement either tonight or tomorrow. I gotta believe that he's gonna push it back. And I mean, 2 weeks ain't gonna do it, And again, I want to make it real clear, because I know some of you on the call are posting that we need to open up to get people back to work, and we all agree. I don't think anyone disagrees with that, but
Right.
we need to make it very safe for our
Yeah.
residents. Not convenient for the tourists. We need to make
Right.
it safe for our residents. 40% of our mainland visitors that come to Hawaii are from California. 40%. 40% of all of the people coming every day from the mainland are from California. California is going crazy with COVID right now.
Yeah.
So we don't want that here, unless we can provide a safe process for these visitors, ensuring that they're quarantined and away from our local people. That's all. We do want to have it open, but they
Right.
need to start focusing on making it safe.
Right. I agree.
thank you. Well, thank you very much for your questions and your concern. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Yeah,
Let's
it was my
sit
first time. I was
No.
I was
Okay.
kind of
Well,
nervous, but one more question. The shirt behind you, I don't have good eyesight even with my glasses on. What does
Yes.
the far right say?
Kauai
Okay.
Strong.
Hawaii Strong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Hawaii
Thank
Strong.
you. And how much is that one?
What's the $15? You contact
Oh.
Kurt Correa. Kurt Correa. You can private message him on Messenger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I young but get bad eyesight, so even with my glasses I couldn't see them. But
Okay.
yes, thank you, and thank you for
Alrighty.
allowing me to be on here. Thank you so much for answering my
Okay.
questions.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Uncle. Bye,
Bye-bye.
Charlie. Bye.
Bye-bye.
And we got Stephanie. Hey, Steph. Oh, look
Hey.
at her. She puts the picture, not the video.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Uncle. Bye, Charlie. Bye.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Hello.
How is it going, Stephanie?
I don't get much adult conversation as a single parent, so I was like, I'm excited but nervous, and I'm just a citizen. I just want to have a conversation.
She's also a reporter. She's also a reporter for the Guardian Islands. So watch what you say. She's actually really good, though. I gotta say, she's really, really good. She gets it right. It's hard to find in reporters, but she gets it right. This girl, she's awesome.
Sometimes you gotta drink beer after work, right?
So how can we do tonight?
So my concern is, it's like, okay, if I had it my way, I would shut down the airports for 2 years. Everybody get 2,000 stimulus package each person, and we just fight this thing until it leaves for 2 years. But it's not, right? So my concern is, like, my son has been going to Boys and Girls Club Summer Fun, and I noticed he's much more happier. And so if I had it my way, it'd be virtual learning. But I also know that they need that social. And like you guys were saying, we got to wait till everybody's safe. So I was wondering what you guys thought about,
Well, I'll go first on that. I think what a lot of the programs on Oahu has been doing with the social distancing and having the kids there, they've done a good they've done a good program. And I think so far, none of the kids have tested positive from what I could tell. Now, there was a worker that tested positive in one of the, that on the administrative in one of those parks, okay? So that's a little concern, but other than that, as far as their programs, I think if we can replicate that and let the kids have fun, let kids be kids, but do it in a safe manner, I think they'll be fine. I think when we take them away and you remove the social gathering in a safe manner,
Right.
it's almost like solitary confinement. You're gonna go stir crazy. And I worry about that for the kids. But you know, for those families that have multiple children, like you're a single parent, one child, right? It's hard. 2, 3 child. What are the ages? What are the ages?
Okay, 14, 13, and 10.
So they pretty much close enough that, but they want things outside of that as well.
Right.
I'm
I mean, I had old school them, you know, they had to learn how to cook themselves, they know how to survive, they know how to leave, if anything, but it's hard because you want to be able to provide a safe place for them, you know,
Yeah.
when you work, but there's no option if you choose virtual learning.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of at a perplexed situation where I'm just like, okay, what do I do then? You know? So if I do take the risk and have them go to the, you know, I'm going to feel that, like every parent, that guilt that I'm sending my child to school and I can't protect them. It's like my worst nightmare. You know, why work if I can't protect them?
Right.
So I'm just feeling like if anybody else felt that way, I was wondering, you know, and what
I
could
think
we
there's a
do
lot of
about it?
people, I think there's a lot of people that feel that way. I'm just thankful my kids are old, but you know, honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't send my kid unless I was absolutely positively confident that my kid would be safe. And that
Right.
means talking with the teacher, talking with the principal, depending on what grade, how many teachers. I want to see the setup of the classroom. And I damn well will make visits to that school during the day, and no one's going to stop me.
Yeah.
And that's it, you know. And it's an opportunity for the kids to get their social skills, also to learn about the dangers of this virus and why it's important to social distance and to practice these safe measures. But you know, to keep them out of the social aspect of school is not very healthy.
No.
But you know, by the same token, it's not healthy to send them to a school where they learn social skills, but they're not being safe. And see, the kids, there's a chance the kids can get sick and some weird things happen to them. But the bigger problem is when the kid gets the virus or test positive, they become a carrier and they bring it home to grandma or to mommy or to daddy or to auntie. That's the problem. We already saw this on one of the schools on the west side. One of the students did test positive. So it's not, you know, people think we're immune from that. We're not. Kauai is no different than any other place in the country. So for me, if I'm not comfortable, kid ain't going to school. If I'm
Yeah.
comfortable, I would let my kid go to school.
I feel like August 1st, with the reopening of Trans Pacific and with the education school system, August 4th, it's like a double whammy. And I feel like, you know, so I was like, you know, on the Hawaii State Teachers Association conference meeting, and I was asking about virtual meetings, why it wasn't an option. And then Christina Kishimoto from Department of Education, the director or the superintendent, she then the next day on Hawaii News Now said, okay, it's an option for parents. But like, if in my mind, because I'm half Japanese, half Filipino, sometimes I think I'm bipolar. I can dissect things really fast. So I'm thinking, how can parents even trust the Department of Education and the system that they're hoping to place when it's like almost August 4th and they're, you know, the legislators are asking them to give them a plan. What's their plan? And then you have the Hawaii State, you know, Teachers Association, like 3 feet is not gonna cut it. So how, you know, how are they feeling and how would they trust?
You know what they should do? I want to tell you what, Stephanie, what if it was me? And again, this goes back to how I teach on my CPR classes. I always put up on the screen to the students what are our target goals and what we're going to accomplish. And I show it how it's going to be done. I
Okay.
think the messaging with the DOE is they should be targeting the people of Hawaii who have children that they're going to bring to school, what the
Mhm.
target plan is. Just by
Right.
telling you can't, it's hard to conceptualize what they're talking about.
Right.
So what they should do is take a class, put up a model, and
Mhm.
actually walk them through that model, what's going to happen, and answer all the questions that can happen. Like, will they be able to pass each other? You know, like if the kids raise their hands, will the kids come up? And you know, in case the fire bell goes off, how do
Yeah.
they, you know, stuff like that? Because even for us with COVID and gatherings, right?
Mhm.
If we're in hurricane season and we got to go to a shelter, how are you going to handle that? So those kind of messaging has to come out and everybody has to lay it out. So we all understand that we're going to play by one set of rules, but they
Mhm.
haven't done that yet. And I see why it makes it very confusing.
Yeah, and in the back of your head, you're like, oh crap, Tropical Storm Christina. As if we need that, right?
Yeah.
But one more thing before I go.
Tough times to be a parent. And you know, remember a lot of these decisions were made when the curve was flat.
Yeah.
All of these decisions were made when we didn't have these spikes. So, you know, now they're trying to adjust, and it's kind of late.
And then I even had asked this hard question because I have two from a Kamehameha school and they're staying here. We chose that option. And she's about to take geometry, my freshman. How am I supposed to help her with that? If it's going to be distance learning, you know, is the curriculum going to be up to standard? I worry about that too.
Well, Charlie is a
not even
geometry
matter.
wizard. Charlie is a geometry wizard. So if you have problems, just message Charlie. He'll tutor your kid for free.
Okay. Thank you,
Yes.
Uncle Charlie.
Because in
Okay, we gotta
geometry,
run. Go ahead, Charlie. No, go ahead.
No, I want to just let you know, in geometry, I take the kids to the beach and we learn how to make sandcastles. That's how you learn
Shoots.
geometry. Thank you.
Get it in.
All righty.
Raja.
Thanks.
Thank you guys.
All right, we got Tammy coming up. I gotta say this, Charlie. I mean,
Yeah.
if my kid was going to school and they said that the distancing was going to be 3 feet, my kid ain't going to school. I don't know who the hell thinks it's okay, 6 feet social distancing, when everyone else in the whole freaking world is saying minimum 6, and here comes DOE saying no, 3 is fine. 3 feet, my kid ain't going to school. All
Yeah.
right, Tammy A. Quinn is up next, and Richard, hang on. Thanks for your patience, Kay. All right, there's Tammy. How's it going, Tammy?
She's connecting. She's
Connecting
connecting.
to audio. She'll be on shortly. She looks angry though.
Hi, Tammy.
Tammy,
Can you hear
can
us?
you hear us? You got to put up your sign, Charlie.
No, she's, oh,
Oh, there. She just touched it. She just touched. Oh, did not connect.
okay. Can you?
Uh-oh.
Oh, there.
Tammy, can you hear us?
No, she get bad connection. She's going in and out.
Can you hear
Okay.
us, Tammy? We're gonna try one more time. Can you hear us, Tammy? Okay, we're gonna put you back in the waiting room. We're gonna take Richard right now. Sorry, Tammy, we just try to get that thing working, but oh, nope. Okay, here comes Richard. Ooh, nice view. That's
Want me
really
to start the
nice.
video?
Hey, Richard.
Hey,
Can't
want me
see
to
the
start?
video.
Here we go. Better?
Hey, how you doing, Richard?
How's it going? So,
So what's up?
well, I want to thank you guys for doing this for sure. And I remember back in the day when you had a radio show, didn't you, in the morning?
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Well, I think it's good. I mean, this is kind of reminiscent of that because you're giving people a chance to, to interact and give you give you their feelings on what's going on and stuff. So this is really, I think it's really good. I had a couple quick questions. One is, why do you think we haven't gone to a mask mandate? It's only just recommended that you wear masks. I mean, I was thinking about this when I drive on the road. It's not recommended you stop at stoplights and stop signs. It's required. and it's to save lives. So why isn't mask wearing required? Because it's proven it will save lives.
You know, I think that's coming. I
You do?
think, in fact, Honolulu just did a mask mandate. They just made them, it's $300 of fine too. I agree with you. I think
Open
at the
public.
stage, yeah, in the public. I think at the stage that we're at, I think I definitely agree that we should have a mask mandate right now.
Yeah.
So I agree. And
That's-
obviously, that's something that the mayor would have to send over to the governor, and governor would have to approve. The governor did approve Mayor Caldwell's request. So I'm not sure if Derek requested or not, but we definitely, that's something that I would do. I would do.
Okay. And the other thing is, what can you recommend for people that are motivated or trying to get motivated anyway for this cause of, you know, trying to get the governor to change his mind and slow things down or whatever, or reconsider, you know, what kind of things can community members try to do to get their voice heard? I've not really done a lot of, I know, you know, making a phone call isn't going to cut it, but is it, anyway, whatever you can pass along to people, because I'm sure you're motivating people to want to do something. It's just, there's strength in numbers, but how do you do that?
The first thing is watch this show every night.
Yeah.
You, you know
That's helping.
happening now? What's happening now is, and Mel said it last night. Throughout the feeds, we'll see certain politicians come on and watch this, or they'll watch the replay so their names doesn't show up. And it's because of that, leading up to even to today, they've been pushing real hard. So you've got the entire state legislature as well as the 4 counties, you know, telling the governor, hey, it's obvious. We're having spikes. It's going to get a lot more dangerous because we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg. The spikes you see right now, believe it or not, is residents right now. It doesn't even touch the tip of the iceberg with visitors coming here. So now you add that to the mix, and should that spike, just imagine we're having a difficult time right now handling just the residents alone and tracing them. They've been lucky so far because they use the response that it's part of a cluster. So it's easy to manage a cluster because we know where it's at. But once you got visitors coming from the outside, we got to make sure that we're on our A game. And so I think that's why there's still dialogue going on. And I think the dialogue is better than what it was a couple of weeks ago. So that's why I'm hopeful within the next 24 hours, we should get some kind of answer whether or not we'll open up on August 1st. But what you can do is exactly what you're doing now. Come on. And even though it's showing 190 people watching, by the end of this night, the feed's going to be over 1,000. And then by tomorrow, it'll be about 3,000. So it's starting to spread. It's starting to spread and get the word out. They said, hey, we saw Richard on the air the other night. Maybe we should jump in with him. And that's how it starts. It's all about giving the people a chance to talk. Let us know what you feel. Because, you know, Mel and I, we always said, we try to bring you the best possible information, but we don't know all the answers. And sometimes viewers like yourself, you'll hit on certain questions that, hey, maybe we didn't think about before, but it's worth delving into.
You guys are doing great, and like I say, information is very important, and you guys are helping get it out there. So thank you very much.
No, thank you.
Richard, before you leave, real quick, mayor@kauai.gov, just shoot him an email and just say, hey, you know, really would support you if you decided to do a mask mandate. I think right now, I mean, I think the more people that email him, Derek's been a great guy during this COVID. You know, he's done some really bold things, and I think his actions early on really helped us keep our numbers down. You know, a cluster, not much you can do about a cluster. You get one person that tests positive, goes home in a crowded house, you know, the cluster is going to show 13, 14. But in essence, it's one incident. But like Charlie said, once that people come in from the mainland, and it's going to be very hard to control. We cannot control the quarantine right now. So, but the mask is our individual responsibility. I would definitely send an email over to the mayor at mayor@kauai.gov. Man, I'm never away from my mask. Never. I've got them all over the place.
Yeah, you got
paper masks. I got all kinds of stuff. But yeah, quiet.gov. Let them know how you feel.
Yeah,
and,
I
there's no
called.
need- and this isn't for you, Richard, because I know you're a classy guy, but there's no need to be rude to them. There's no need
No,
to
no.
be disrespectful to them. I know you're not like that. I mean, I've seen you many times, but there are people that are, and you know, you're not going to get your point across by being rude and obnoxious. So just
Right.
just let them know how you feel. I think I would bet that most of the people on here right now agree with you that that a mask mandate, you know, let's get ahead of this. Let's get ahead of this by doing that. So excellent point.
Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. Take care. Have a good night.
Too.
And we're gonna bring on Tammy again. We're gonna try to get Tammy back on.
Hi, Tammy. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us, Tammy? You got to use the sign there, Charlie. You got to use the sign, bro. I know you hate to put that one up, but
No, you know why? When she linked on, the two questions is you join by video and you communicate by internet connection. And I think she missed that. I think that's what happened.
all right. Well, we're gonna hang out here for a little while with Tammy. But if any one of you, we're gonna take one. We got time for one more person. There, she's connecting to audio. She's
Connecting to audio. Can you hear
Bingo.
us, Tammy? No, when that X comes on, that means that she's connecting the other way.
Yeah,
You have to go internet audio.
yeah. She's at her laptop and the speaker's not okay. She's gonna try again. We get time for
Okay.
one more. Anybody? I just posted the link. If you guys want to come on. Oh, Tammy, I'm sorry. I wish we could get you on. Looked like she really wanted to say
Oh,
something.
yeah,
Hello?
she's on.
Oh, there she
Hello,
is.
Tammy. Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys now,
Oh,
Okay.
okay, perfect,
Yeah.
perfect, perfect. How you
Perfect.
doing,
but I don't know, I
Tammy?
lost my picture.
No, that's okay. Main thing
Sir,
we
we
can
like hear you. We already saw you. We like hear you now.
Okay.
Don't
No,
touch
somebody
nothing.
posted on Facebook
Yeah.
that one of the employees from Walmart, that they're gonna start the lines at Walmart again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what someone was
That's-
just saying. I think everybody right now is kind of in a preventive mode.
There, I got my
Oh.
video going.
There
Okay.
you go. All right, all right.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
I never
everybody
did
right
Zoom
now.
before, sorry.
No,
No.
it's awesome. By the time COVID is done, everybody gonna know how to Zoom. Everybody gonna know how to do all the stuff. So there are some good things happening, you know, aside from this nasty virus. But yeah, I think a lot of people, Tammy, are gonna be really proactive right now, in anticipation of some spikes. It's a scary time right now because of the fact that the lab results are gonna take some time. So we're gonna see a lag in the reports of positives. So I think the stores are rather than wait until a lockdown happens, they're going to take some preventive measures, and you cannot blame them for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's the employee put that if anybody wanna shop today, because starting tomorrow, there's lines again.
Yeah. So right now Walmart probably get lines all the way down to Rice Street.
Yeah, exactly.
And
So I
you know
told
what
my mom, you got everything? She said, yeah. I said, we're all set. But I
you
picked
know-
up my mask. Thank you very much.
Good.
Oh
You know
yeah,
the bad
awesome.
thing,
Yeah.
you know the bad thing gonna be though, once they start limiting the people in, the toilet paper gonna run out again.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what's gonna happen. Toilet paper.
Don't do that, people, please. I mean, this virus no cause diarrhea. Everybody bought toilet paper. That was the most frustrating thing. We went to the store and you cannot find toilet paper. And we
You
get
cannot
people
buy toilet
stuck in-
paper at Costco anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. My wife do the shopping, so I know we got pretty good stock, but enough will last us a week maybe.
But you saw my post today, eh? Even though paper towel on sale, it will not fit on the toilet paper dispenser. So don't think you gonna use paper towel.
And no Sears Robot magazines for toilet paper either, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, see, you can tell somebody that watch our show a lot. Yeah, you know, we gotta be able to have some fun with this, but we also gotta, you know, we gotta be aware that this is real and it's dangerous, and we gotta just, you know, again, we say this every night, but you protect. Look at Charlie. Look at Charlie. He's laughing.
Brother Larry Aruda said, "You still leave." Sorry, I did that. Baga get needles.
We just got to make sure we protect ourselves. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, we cannot control what the governor do. We cannot control what the mayors do, but we can control what we do. And
Yeah.
we just got to make sure, you know, the guy right before you talked about a mask mandate. I know some people going to get really upset. Some people going to think it's unconstitutional. Some people going to think that's wrong. You know, I disagree. I think that right now, when we're dealing with this virus, which is a real virus, and it's not the flu, that it's a very small inconvenience to put on a mask. It is, but the fact that you can possibly save a life or save your family's life, it's worth it. You know, this isn't going to be forever. So, you know, everyone has a right to appeal or protest or whatever, but gosh, we know that the mask saves lives. At least it helps. So anyway, that's
Like I
just my
said, I got asthma and I get hot and breathe with the mask, but I wear one because my mom's gonna be 85 this year. And I wear one to protect myself and protect my mom, even if I get a hot and breathe. So
Now, obviously, for people with asthma, you know, you wear it when you absolutely have to wear it. I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that don't have asthma that claim they do. I mean, it's common sense, right, Tammy? It's common sense. I mean, you obviously don't want to get your mom sick.
Yeah.
I don't want to get, you know, people sick. And I use my mask. I don't have bad asthma, but I had childhood asthma. But you know, with this mask, now that I wear my mask, I find the breathing is not that easy, you know, because I still
no,
have,
it's not.
you don't outgrow asthma. It's there, and this thing is horrible.
When I go
sometimes.
to church, I wear that plastic one now. And then
Oh,
when I go shopping, I wear the other mask. But now that I got the plastic one, I wear the plastic one. So
You
gotta
do
be very-
whatever is needed to protect that droplets from getting to you. That's the key. And you know,
Yeah.
when you're in the outside, you know, you're gonna see the studies come out, but we firmly believe that all that has been infected so far as transmission rate goes, people getting affected, has all been close quarters indoors, hasn't been outside. So because and one thing is for sure, you remember when they had that big march on Oahu, 10,000 people, right? Not one person got sick. Not one. That's amazing. So that means
Yep.
that outdoors is a lot safer than indoors. That's for sure.
that's why I told my mother, you stay your side, I'll stay my side of the house. We're 6 feet apart.
But, you know,
Okay.
that's what-
Well, you guys
that's
doing a
what-
great job.
Thank you.
Tam. That's what's going to help her. That's what's going to keep her safe. And one
Yeah.
day this will pass, and we can all get back to the life that we knew. But right now, we got to be careful. This stuff is crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tammy.
Okay.
Yeah, take care.
See you
Thank
guys. Okay. Bye-bye.
Awesome. Yeah. So that is what a town hall Thursday looks like, people.
Yeah.
Just come on and just shoot the bull, and we let it go where it goes. I did put it out there
Well,
last call. Anybody else like, come on, we got a couple minutes.
Well, a person wrote and I on private message me, you know, we should put 2 on at a time, but and I responded and I said, yeah, it would make sense, but because we don't know what the topic of the conversation is going to be, and if it differs, and we have 2 people online, we may run into a little, you know, snafu there. So that's why we like to bring them on 1 at a time. So hopefully we can spend some time with them and get to talk. But, you know, tonight had a lot of good things. I mean, from Addison to everybody, to the Richard and to Stephanie, and even talking to Tammy, you know, and then your niece, who she was at, you know, for her first time, calling you Uncle Mel. I mean, you know, folks, that's what
Let me-
Thursday
real
nights will
quick,
be
you know,
for.
that girl, she's a sweetheart. And one day I went to Smiley's for lunch,
Yeah.
And I went with I think I can't remember if it was Paul or Joe, and we were waiting for our lunch. And then when I went up to go pick it up, the lady at the window said, "Hey, that young girl over there bought you guys lunch. I mean, she paid it
Oh.
forward. That young girl that was on here.
Wow.
Yeah, what a
Yeah.
sweetheart, Kuipo. Yeah, she's such a sweetheart. And yeah, her,
You know,
her dad,
some,
her dad is my good friend.
somebody's asking about the hurricane. You got any update on that in the Pacific moving towards us? I didn't know there were.
Well, I know it was a tropical storm. I didn't watch the weather tonight. I know that it was projected to be a category 1. I don't know what it is, but I sorry I interrupted you, Charlie. But if you go back and continue, if you remember where you was, I'll go look up the hurricane.
Well, you know, I'm looking at some of the questions here, and yes, somebody asked about Dr. Kim, Jerome Kim, Honolulu boy who's now living in South Korea, head of the International Vaccine Institute. And Scott Miskovich, true to his word, said, "I'll get the number for you," and gave it to Mel. So we're going to try our darndest, because especially with this time, people want to know, is a vaccine possible? And this guy is on the map. He's done it before with HIV, and he's on the map. So, you know, he's one person that we can ask and just get a true answer whether this is something that will be attainable or it's still far away, because it's so hard to figure this virus out. So, folks, hopefully we can get it. We can get him on for you folks.
Tomorrow night we have Minnie Cole from South Korea. She's going to be tuning in from South Korea. She's going to have a lot of information on what's going on over there and what her feelings about Hawaii. Right now, she's very concerned about the lifting of the quarantine. So, yeah, we'll have her tomorrow night. I think tomorrow night we'll provide some answers for us as far as what direction should we be going. Really,
Yep.
what direction should we be going? And I'm interested to.
And, you know, we got our good friend Gladys Baisa. You know, someone had asked me, Gladys is she's the former chair, right, of the Maui County. Good friend of ours. I know of yours, Mel. And I think what we should do as well is maybe one night, let's get on some each island. You know, we go Maui, we get on Lindy, Koi, anybody on Maui. We should run a show and try to address some of the concerns Maui have. Then we move over to the Big Island, and then from the Big Island, let's move over to Honolulu, and let's try this format, see how the thing works.
Can do.
Yeah.
Do.
Okay.
The storm, okay, so as of Thursday afternoon, local time, the storm was located well away from land, about 355 miles southwest of the southern tip of Baja California. So it doesn't look like it's a threat right now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess we're gonna have to start watching that too,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. Yeah, man, we can, you know, again, I like this format. I like giving people an opportunity to just share what's on their mind. I think with, you know, and I think more people will be comfortable to join us as we get more and more people, obviously. This is our first time to gauge the time for each person. Hopefully we can fill up the time slots, and then, you know, people can pose their question or comment, and then we'll answer and we'll move on to the next one. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And again, we'll do this again next Thursday. Same time. Tomorrow night, Minnie Cole, though. That'll be an interesting one.
Well, you know, let your friends know. We'll be doing this format. I think Mel and I enjoyed ourselves tonight. We're gonna do this format every Thursday. If you want to come on and you want to come on as a group, you know, we can do that too. Bring you folks on, but we gotta somehow time it correctly where we can get you folks all on if you want to come on, like 2 or 3 of you at a time. But for the most part, we're going to bring you on one at a time. I think, you know, having you, especially for your first timers, you folks did well. Coming on and just sharing your mana'o with everyone. And I think you folks did really, really well. So you are to be commended.
Main thing is stay cool.
Yep.
No
Main thing
swearing.
is- Yeah,
No
no swear.
disrespect.
I heard you
So-
swear earlier though. I heard you.
I did.
I heard you. I heard
Sorry.
you swear. So,
Sorry.
yeah. I don't know. And on top of that, you're talking about the DOE and you and swear.
Sorry. Cannot help the emotion. Anyway, closing comments, Charles, before we get out of here.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You know, this is a passion of ours. Remember now, this was all started by my brother right there from a different mother, Mr. Mel Raposo. And he did an outstanding job. And I am so blessed that he asked me to come along with him for this magical ride. And I hope and pray we are doing good for the people of Hawaii, not only of Kauai, but of Hawaii, that we kind of getting a message out. And, you know, if we tend to steer left or tend to steer right, drop us a line, bring us back in line and tell us why you think we should, you know, kind of correct ourselves, because we don't know everything, but we're always open to suggestions and we'll never turn any suggestion away, because if it betters us, then it'll better this overall program that we're doing right now. So thank you very much. Okay, back to you, Brother Mel.
Roger Dodger. Thank you guys again. Don't forget my YouTube channel, Mel Raposo. You can go on there and subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell button so that you get notified whenever we upload. But all of our episodes are on there, every single one of them, every single night. Right after we do this, I download and upload it to YouTube, so it's there in about half an hour, an hour. But yeah, go and check it out, and you can watch some of the older shows. It's fun, and it's exciting and informative. So YouTube, hit the YouTube, subscribe, and click the bell. Aside from that, we'll be back tomorrow night with Miniko all the way from South Korea. That is tomorrow, right? She's on tomorrow, right?
Friday, yep.
Yes, because it's going to be Saturday for her. That's right. So
And
she
you know,
needed her
folks-
husband to watch the kids. So it'll be
Yeah.
Friday night for us. It'll be Saturday for her, Saturday afternoon. But anyway, don't forget, join us tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. We will
Yeah.
be here and we will have a wonderful time. So until then, you guys, stay safe. We love you guys. God bless.